ZNS. You're tuned in to the ZNS Radio and Television Network. Good afternoon. I'm Desmond Saunders. Thanks for joining us. We're coming on air to sad news around the country. A sitting member of Parliament and cabinet minister died during the early morning hours. Minister of the Environment and Natural Resources and member of Parliament for Golden Isles, the Honorable Vaughn Miller, was rushed to Doctors Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Miller was first elected to the House of Assembly in 2017 and re-elected in 2021. Today, his colleagues and the wider society are mourning his passing. Felicity Darville was outside of the hospital as it unfolded.
Police report that shortly before 1 a.m., a man became unresponsive while on Mount Royal Avenue and Hawkins Hill. CPR was administered before he was transported to hospital via private vehicle. He was later pronounced dead, but police say that no foul play is suspected. Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latrey Ramming, confirming that the man that police reported on is indeed Minister the Honourable Vaughn P. Miller. He said that he served this country with dedication and commitment. Now, outside of Doctors Hospital, we spoke with Minister of National Security, the Honourable Wayne Munro, noting that the Prime Minister has been briefed on this minister's passing and that the Prime Minister did make communication with some of Minister Miller's family members who gathered outside Doctors Hospital, grief-stricken, as the minister was rolled away and placed in a hearse to be taken to the morgue. The Honourable Vaughn P. Miller, dead at the age of 64. Felicity Darville, ZNS Network News.
And with this national tragedy, we continue to track Tropical Depression 9. The system is expected to bring heavy rains and flooding over the northwest and central Bahamas today, but it appears as though the system overnight slowed a bit. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean joining us live in our Weather Center with the latest on this storm. Good morning, Basil.
Good day, Desmond. The latest coordinates just in from the National Hurricane Center, and they are putting the center of TD number 9 just to the south of Kemps Bay, Andros, about 40 miles to the south of Kemps Bay, Andros, and some 100 miles to the south of New Providence. Now, TD 9 continues to move towards the north at 7 miles per hour. It has slowed down during the course of the night, but now picking up that forward speed at 7 miles per hour, and we expect that trend to continue over the next several hours. Also, the heavy rain showers associated with this system is more confined to the northeast and the eastern quadrant of the center of circulation, and we have some outer feeder bands which are producing some light to moderate rain showers throughout much of the 700 islands. In addition to the rains, we also have some very large swells affecting the southeastern parts of the country, and that's being generated by Hurricane Umberto, which is well to the east of us, but those dangerous swells will continue to work its way into the central and northwestern Bahamas during the course of the night and tomorrow. So we're asking boaters to stay in port throughout the weekend as these swells will continue to create hazardous boating conditions. And as far as the rain showers are concerned, the heavy pockets are now over the Exumas and the Exuma Keys. We also have some just to the south of New Providence, so some of that could be advected over our area in short order. Another batch of heavy showers and thunderstorms also taking place over the Berry Islands and the northern portion of Andros. So that is where you're finding your more heavier showers. Elsewhere, generally light to moderate precipitation. As far as the tracking is concerned, it will move more towards the north within the next few hours, and that should take it either just between North Andros and New Providence sometime around 8 o'clock tonight. That is when it will be at its closest point to New Providence before moving towards the north, moving between the eastern Grand Bahama and the northern tip of Abaco. So that is the projected track of the system. And by Monday afternoon, we can see that lifting off towards the north. So the all clear should come sometime by late Monday afternoon. Desmond.
Thanks, Basil, and we're expected to hear from Basil later on our newscast. Well, as you just heard, the weather system is expected to dump lots of rain across the capital. We have teams in the east, west, north, and south, and we begin our coverage with our Cleopatra Murphy, who is in eastern New Providence. Cleo.
Good morning. We're coming to you from Montague Beach, where the early effects of Tropical Depression number 9 are being felt here in the capital. That is expected to become Tropical Storm Imelda later on into the day. If she would pan to the right of me, we can see some of the waves crashing into the shoreline. Behind me, there are 2 sand barges that would normally be out to sea that have been brought into harbor. And also to the left of me, where the fish vendors are usually at. It was a little busier earlier today, but there are still some persons out there purchasing their conch and fish, even though the storm is approaching, even though the storm is already here actually. We expect the weather conditions to deteriorate further later on into today, but this is the situation right now. The rain has been coming down intermittently, soft and hard. It seems to be picking up a little bit right now, but as I said, we expect conditions to deteriorate further on later into the day. Back to you.
Thanks much, Cleo. We move to the northern area of the capital. When it rains, it pours, and we get this update from West Alex Forbes.
We are on East Bay Street, the northern side of New Providence, an area that is usually flooded, but as you can see, light showers and no flood. And despite the warning, a business still decided to stay open. We will continue to stay on the grounds of the northern side of New Providence to keep you guys updated.
West Alex Forbes joining us, Southern New Providence. Also an area where residents need to pay close attention to any weather system. Diane Dorsett was out and about this morning.
Here in Southern New Providence, roads are nearly several inches underwater as the tropical depression pushes through. In low-lying communities like here in Pinewood, floodwaters are creeping into yards, making some roads nearly impossible. Now, sadly, this has become the stark reality for residents here in Pinewood, but even systems as small as this one.
Well, a number of churches have closed its doors today amidst the weather system. Amaya Moss has that angle.
Good morning, Bahamas. We are outside of Transfiguration Baptist Church, and we have rode around to several different churches in the capital. Churches are suspended, church services rather, are suspended due to the tropical cyclone approaching. Right now where we are experiencing a lot of excessive heavy rainfall, but nonetheless, we're not experiencing gusty winds at this time. Church services are now going to be on Zoom until further notice, more specifically until after the tropical cyclone weather conditions clear. A lot of people are going onto the Zoom websites. Various churches have sent their memos to various members of the public enlightening us that they are suspending all church services until further notice. As weather conditions continue to surface and we are going to experience a tropical cyclone, in a matter of hours, we will continue to keep the public posted and heavily notified as it relates to the ongoing conditions. Amaya Moss, 7S Network News.
Well, you're watching Eye on the Storm. Our live coverage continues after this.
Crystal clear waters, endless pink sand beaches, and the heartbeat of Bahamian culture. This October, all eyes will turn to beautiful Harbor Island as the sail rise for the North Eleuthera Regatta. And when it comes to covering the excitement, no other station captures it better than ZNS.
The North Eleuthera Regatta, yes, it's back after some years.
Make plans to be there October 8th through the 13th. The North Eleuthera Regatta under the theme, Regatta, the Return, Then and Now.
In 1953, the United States began using a female name for storms. And by 1978, both male and female names were used to identify northern Pacific storms. This was then adopted in 1979 for storms in the Atlantic Basin. The National Hurricane Center does not control the naming of tropical storms. Instead, there is a strict procedure established by the World's Meteorological Organization for Atlantic hurricanes. There is a list of male and female names which are used on a 6-year rotation. The only time that there is a change is if the storm is so deadly or costly that the future use of its name on a different storm would be inappropriate. These are the names of the storms for the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season: Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, Erin, Fernand, Gabrielle, Umberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa, Nestor, Olga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, Van, Wendy. This public service announcement was brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the Disaster Risk Management Authority.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end.
Let's swim Bahamas. Water safety rule number 1. Never swim alone. Go with a friend.
Let's swim Bahamas, bring water hazards to an end. Water hazards to an end.
Welcome back to Eye on the Storm. We're continuing to track the system in the tropics. Well, yesterday an evacuation order was given for areas in Abaco, and it appears that some residents residing in trailers have heeded that warning. Shane Stubbs has more.
Shane Stubbs coming to you from the Bahamas Government Complex, which serves as the Incident Command Center here in Marsh Harbor, Abaco, as Tropical Depression 9 makes its way to the northwest Bahamas. Now, earlier this morning, we had some light rain, moderate rain. Right now, it's subsided. The winds have begun to pick up, but as we know, things will begin to deteriorate later on this evening. Now, we were able to speak with Family Island Administrator Ken Cartwright, who said that persons, especially in the trailers next to the complex, have heeded the evacuation orders. Some have decided to go to shelter at the Central Abaco Primary School, while some deciding to go with friends and family. Now, as far as how residents are feeling going into the storm, we were able to speak with some yesterday as they were getting their last-minute essentials. There's no real doom and gloom in their hearts. Of course, they're taking it serious. But right now, residents, as we drove through the streets earlier today, some are home, they're bunkered down. Some were out and about getting some last-minute essentials. But of course, stay tuned with the ZNS Network as we bring you the latest on Tropical Depression 9.
Well, we continue with residents in Grand Bahama remain on guard as the weather system approaches. Our Rumiko Knowles joins us live from East Grand Bahama, where an evacuation order was given. Rumiko.
Good morning, Rumiko Knowles coming to you from East Grand Bahama, where tonight into early Monday, the center of the system is expected to pass. Government officials issued evacuation orders for residents living in this area. According to the island administrator, 106 persons have decided to evacuate, while some have decided that they are going to remain. I did speak with about 1 or 2 residents who said that it is just too much to move and come back, and so they're deciding to hunker down in East Grand Bahama. Another person said that it is only a tropical depression, not too much to be concerned about. Now, right now, we're experiencing in East Grand Bahama a few light showers. There is a bit of an overcast, but that is expected to change later on today. Weather officials say that there will be about 1 to 3 foot storm surge in Grand Bahama, more specifically East Grand Bahama, and that is associated with this system. Me and my cameraman Roger Russell will be in East Grand Bahama for until about 3 o'clock this afternoon, bringing you updates. So be sure to stay tuned to all of our social media pages.
Thanks much, Rumiko. Covering the southern portion of Grand Bahama is where you will find Matthew Mottenbar. Matthew, what are conditions like in your district?
I'm here at the Williams-Russelltown settlement on the southern shores of Grand Bahama, and weather conditions here have been inconsistent to say the least. Right now, the sun is trying to peek through the clouds, the dark gloomy skies. However, waters behind over my left shoulder are still rough and choppy. At this time, there has been some splashes all over the shore onto the seawall that Russell Williamstown has been known for at this time. However, a lot of residents are not worried. We spoke to some of them and they have made preparation efforts, and they say they're still expecting less than favorable conditions, but not worse than what previous storms were in the past. Right now, as it stands, Those residents did not have moved. They are still in their respective houses along the coastline, and they say they are ready for whatever the storm may bring. Please stay tuned to our ZNS social media pages for more updates.
Well, all ports in the Northwest Bahamas are closed. Operations ceased at midnight. The Port Department will continue to monitor the weather system and advise of any changes. Residents are reminded to remain safe and pay attention to the advisories. The National Flag Carrier also taking precautionary measures to ensure the safety of passengers and team members. Flight operations have temporarily suspended and are expected to resume tomorrow. Meantime, to assist passengers, change fees and penalties will be waived for the next 7 days, and flights will be added where possible to accommodate passengers. Like Bahamas Air, Flamingo Air has made some schedule adjustments. Nassau flights will resume this afternoon, and the Freeport route returns on Monday morning, weather permitting. Flamingo Air urges all passengers to tune in for the latest updates as the weather system moves away. While the Department of Environmental Health Services urging residents to take the following precautionary measures: secure all garbage containers to prevent trash from being scattered by strong winds, cover or top over all containers to avoid water contamination. The department further advises that there will be no residential garbage or bulk waste collection until the storm passes. Once weather conditions permits, vector control officers will begin mosquito control measures, including fogging and treatment of stagnant water in low-lying areas. The department further advises that there will be no residential garbage or bulk waste collection until the storm passes. Doctors Hospital Health System advises that all outpatient locations in New Providence close at 12 noon on Saturday, while the Freeport Medical Center will close at 5. These closures will remain in effect until further notice. Well, we're going to head back to our chief meteorologist, Basil Dean, for a check on the weather system. He's joining us live in the Weather Center. Basil, what can you tell us?
Well,
But I'm giving you 1 month to find a job, or you can find one of your little friends that's gonna let you sleep on their couch for free.
Can I help you? I'm just trying to talk to a young lady right here. I need for you to leave my shop right now. I'm gone.
It's hard for a woman to call out the man and her son. I just need some prayer support.
I'm just trying to see about a job, right? I ain't heard about nothing. What, you a salesman for this company?
I'm the president. That's for more. I want to introduce you to a small group of men that mean the world to me.
We grow together, we eat together. It's one of the most important things I've ever done in my life.
God has forgiven me for so much. Who was I to refuse to forgive?
Okay, Jesus, I give it to you.
Isaiah, welcome to the forge.
Now that is good. Miss Claire, I need you to come by here more often. Keisha needs you.
Hi, I am Director Sharita Murphy of Harvest Discipleship Center. Tune in this Sunday at 4:30 p.m. with Pastor Charles for Words and Wonders, here on the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're probably wondering what I'm doing here sitting in our amazing studio. Well, I'm preparing for my new show coming this fall. In Depth with Mukesh Lapinder is a Sunday magazine style show with timely investigations and deep explorations into the country's ills and triumphs. So join me on Sundays at 10 a.m. this fall for long form and engaging conversations. And remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
We lead off with this report. This one is a good one to lead off with for Sunday.
Your weekend news just got better. Exciting features, good vibes. It's all about the feeling.
Hey, I'm Raven, and your Sundays never felt so good. Tune into Northern Service Vibes, where culture meets conversation, every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on the ZNS Network.
But that time to get another check on the weather system. And for that, we go to our Weather Center with Basil Dean. Basil.
Desmond, we continue to track TD number 9, and right now it's some 40 miles to the south-southeast of Camp Space, Andros, some 100 miles to the south of the capital. It's moving towards the north at some 7 miles per hour. The maximum sustainments have not changed overnight. It remains steady at about 35 miles per hour. Now, the outer rain bands of this system is generating some light to moderate precipitation throughout much of the islands, with the core of the more stronger rains taking place in the northeast and eastern quadrant of that system. And in addition to the rains, we're also experiencing some large swells in the southeast, Bahamas, and that is due to Hurricane Umberto, which is well to the east of us, and these dangerous swells will gradually move into the central and northwestern islands tonight through tomorrow. So we're asking boaters to simply stay in port until these swells subside. And as we go to our live radar, you can see again those heavy showers pretty much over the keys of the Exumas and also the mainland Exuma. Long Island taking a bit of a beating there as well in terms of heavy showers, and we also have some pockets of heavy showers over South Cat Island and parts of Eleuthera as well. Another area of heavy precipitation occurring right there in the Berry Islands and also over the northern portion of Andros. Now, as far as the forecast track is concerned, we expect TD9 to continue moving north overnight, and that will take it just between North Andros and New Providence around 7, 8 o'clock this evening before moving between East Grand Bahama and North Abaco by tomorrow morning. And then it will eventually take that turn towards the north and east and pull away from the Bahamas late on Monday afternoon, and perhaps that is when the all clear will be given. Now, the next set of coordinates will be out at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so until then, we're simply asking residents to stay indoors and away from windows whenever heavy showers and thunderstorms begin. And as we already told those boaters, to remain in port throughout the weekend. Desmond.
All right, Basil, I got word that the system has slowed a bit. What does this mean, particularly for New Providence? Are we out of the clear just yet in New Providence?
No, we are not out of the clear as yet. If I can just roll back to our satellite pictures to show you what's happening, we still have lots of precipitation to the south of us, which is all being advected towards the north. So there will be some breaks here and there, and then those rains will come again in pockets. So there's more rains on the way from New Providence, and then they will eventually move their way into the extreme northern Bahamas, moving, like we said earlier, between the Abacos and East Grand Bahama later on tomorrow morning.
Thank you very much, Basil. And that does it for this update. Eye on the Storm. Join us again later this afternoon for a live press conference from the Disaster Risk Management Authority, Gladstone Road. Also 5 p.m. and again 7 p.m. Just one station has you covered. Remember, only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Stay safe.
Tune in to the program, Living by Faith with Bishop Valentino Williams of Life Changes Ministries International, Sundays at 5:30 p.m. on ZNS TV station.